Welcome to Local Umbrella Live with Local Umbrella Media. I am Brad Weber here at the IQ Podcast Studios in always gorgeous, and it sure is today, Coronado, California at the Attorney King Studios. That's why I'm wearing the cap. Thank you, Attorney King, for helping sponsor this show. And I have a very, very special guest today, Tammy Oluvic from Saddles and Service. Hi, Tammy. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Brad. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm a big fan, as you already know. And we actually spoke about 4 hours ago. We were on the Brett Davis radio show this morning, talking with you and also Michael Geyer, who we'll talk about a little bit later. By the way, if you want to hear that show, it's actually live tomorrow at 11 o'clock at night. If you're a night owl, it's on 1170 a.m. here in San Diego, or in North County, it's 96.1 FM. That's the Brett Davis show. And Tammy is on there along with, like I said, Michael Geyer, a producer that we'll talk a little bit about. But Michael's been on this show also before you. So anyway, welcome back. Good to see you. We didn't see you this morning, but we just talked.
No?
But I just want to tell people, because this is kind of a different audience, some of the amazing things you're doing. Tell us about Saddles and Service. What got you started in it? Some of the highlights, and then we'll go on with details.
Sure. So, my husband served 25 years in the Navy. My son is a Chula Vista, actually, and he's also in the Army Reserves. And my youngest son is in the hiring process for fire. So, I love watching what they do, serving others day in and day out. And I've always wanted to serve myself, actually. Little known fact, I was all ready to sign up for the Army when I found out I was pregnant with my first son. So
Wow, I hadn't heard that
nothing ever.
story.
So, so for me, I always wanted to serve. And so I thought this was the best way to give back to um, those men and women that serve us every day, whether in the military or, as a first responder.
Mhm.
And so I really wanted to give back. And when I rescued our first two rescue horses, I saw how it helped my husband with his post traumatic stress. And I realized, this is exactly what we need to be doing. Like, this is where
Right.
we need to be.
Great. So I know you. Tell us a little bit about. Have you been a horse? I call them horse people. My wife's a horse person. Hopefully, that's not a derogatory term. It's not in my. but
Oh, oh
you
no,
love
no.
horses. Did you grow up with
Yes, yes.
horses?
So yes, my aunt had horses. And so we have pictures of me when I was like, I think 3 or 4 years old. And I'm all duded up in Western dressage wear. And she
Wow.
would lead the horse around. And so that began my love affair with horses. I did compete when I was in high school in English dressage. And then,
Wow.
got married, we traveled the world, and so we would just ride horses when we could. And so I've had those periods in my life where I did have horses. And I just, life's better with a horse. I just gotta
I have
say.
someone in my household that would agree with that. So I'm a big fan also. I'm newly acquainted with horses. I didn't grow up with them. My dad, I grew up on a farm, but he's like, there's no money in horses, get more cows. And so I kind of missed that love affair. We had horses, but it was like they were a pain. I didn't realize how wonderful they could be until later in life. So we're on the same page.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah,
part of what you do at Saddles and Service is you rescue horses. That's your first leg. And then once you rescue them, take care of them, rehabilitate them, and get them back up to where they should be with some care. Then you introduce them to the heroes. So tell us more about how that all works together.
yes. So, we're giving the horses a new purpose, right? Some of them have been beaten down, abused, they have anxiety. Um, and we're repurposing them, and we're giving them this new purpose to help these veterans and first responders. And you can tell when a horse feels the release of one of our heroes. We call them all heroes, our veterans
Mhm.
and first responders. So when they're working with the hero, and the hero just feels such a release the horse responds, and you see these bonds that are formed, and it's so beautiful. I have a few veterans, they're battle hardened veterans, and they break down in tears because a horse has decided to join up with them. And it's so cool to see how they just respond to that.
So the horses respond also because they have a purpose. They're cared for, but they also it gives them a job to do like you
Yeah.
nature intended for them to do. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
They're healing each other, and it's a
Right.
really cool. It's we say here, there's a miracle every day. Like, we have a
Yeah.
miracle here every day. It's uh,
Wow.
it's so hard to explain.
Yeah, it's got to be interesting. Makes every day. You look forward to it. You're happy to go to work every day because you know you're going to
Yeah.
change a life every day. So I was introduced you to you. I can't remember when it was, a year and a half ago or so, when we went to an event and you showed the documentary a little bit about it. It's called Wounded Heroes, and it was a documentary by Michael Geyer, a producer and director, and he focused on. You can tell more, but he focused on different ways that PTSD victims and our heroes aren't being taken care of by the system. Um, and they're being overdrugged and people are trying to give them a one size fits all fix. And he discovered you and a couple other people that do these cool therapies that aren't relying on drugs, but they're experiential. And I just loved what I saw then. And then COVID hit, of course, and we reconnected recently. And I want to get the word out because it's so important what you're doing, so unique. And I was out there, I don't know when it was, a month or so ago, and you were nice enough to take us around, and I met some of the heroes, and just the look in
Yes.
their face and the smiles and the depth of you could just see they're transformed. Yeah, they're new
Oh,
people. So I was touched deeply. So thank you for what you do.
oh gosh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, and I'm so glad you were able to see that, because that's something I'd love everyone to see. If they could just see how um, life transforming these horses are for our heroes. I think everyone would be so touched to see how much they're changing their lives
Yeah,
and
no doubt
making it.
about it.
Yeah.
So how many horses do you have now?
Well, I have a few more than when you were out here, because I just
I
came
heard you
back
got a
from.
couple new ones.
Yes, but one will be a personal horse for
Oh,
me. Um, yeah, we have 18 horses. We
wow.
are moving four of our horses to Texas as we're opening our Texas site.
Right.
Four horses will be moved to Texas, and um, the people who are running our Texas division have worked with all these horses. So it's just like going to grandma's or
Yes,
to
family.
aunties. So it'll be really good because the horses know them so well.
Right.
But yeah, so 18 here right now.
Wow. Well, my wife has a horse. We only have one, but I do know that horses, they take a lot of care. That They're expensive. You have to feed them and care for them and take care of them. And I can't imagine having 18. So that's a big project. And I know you are a nonprofit. And I also know you told me this morning that you're not a nonprofit with high administrative fees. Very, very little
Right.
goes to paying people. Almost everything goes to helping the heroes and taking care of the horses and the things you need to take care of to provide the services you provide. So um, it's a big operation. I know you rely on fundraising. And one of the things I wanted to talk about today was you're having an event on July 30th, correct me if I'm wrong, at Cottonwood Country Club here in San Diego. And
Yes. Yes.
yeah, it's a golf tournament. So tell us the details if you could.
Oh, sure. So it's 8 o'clock check-in. We're gonna have a wonderful, wonderful day planned for all of our golfers. It's limited to 144 golfers. It's gonna be a shotgun start, and it's a scramble at 9 a.m. And we're gonna have breakfast. We have great goodie bags for everybody who's
Mhm.
going to be participating, and we're going to have a barbecue lunch after. We have the talented Amy Scruggs. She's a country
Mhm.
singer. She sings the national anthem a lot at Petco Park
Mhm.
before Padres games. Beautiful, beautiful human being. I love her. She's amazing. And another little side story, she's the one who told Michael Geyer about us. So that's
Oh,
how it
really? So
all.
you have the connection. Wow, we all gotta
Amy
give her a
Scruggs.
big round of applause now and later.
Yeah.
That's great.
And so, yes, so we're going to have silent auction. It's going to be a great event, and this is really our main fundraising event for the year. Really, if if you think about it, it's 2020 and 2021 because we couldn't
Yeah.
hold a fundraising event 2020. So, yes, we're hoping to have a great turnout. So we really want people to sign up,
Mhm.
play golf, and just have a wonderful day. Now, it's not 100% positive yet, but we're probably going to bring our Budweiser horse, our big
Oh,
Clydesdale Baloo. And
wow.
Cottonwood asked us, they go, "Oh, you can bring horses if you want." And I'm
That's
thinking,
great.
are you, they're real horses. But
That's right.
so we may bring Baloo, and we have some of the guys from the Hole in the Wall gang, the
Oh,
local
great.
group out.
Those guys are
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
they're going to be there with us, and taking care of Baloo and doing pictures with people if they want pictures. So it's just going to be a fun day.
Okay. So for people that don't know the Hole in the Wall gang, they reenact Western scenes and little shootouts and fist fights and
Yes.
things like that, right? Yeah, they're quite a
Yes.
crew there. So that'll be fun. Yeah. I know you
Uh,
have some sponsors lined up already. I've been following you closely, and but you still have sponsorship available to
yeah.
sponsor some holes and different things. So
Yeah.
where do we go to? Saddlesandservice.org. Is that where people find out about the event, how to either donate, golf, or sponsor the event?
Yes, absolutely. They can go to saddlesandservice.org. There's buttons that can direct them just to donate, sponsor a horse, or for the golf tournament. And if you go to the golf tournament, it lays out what all the sponsorship levels are, and they can register right there on the website.
Great. So, again, saddlesandservice.org, July 30th. If you've been not donating to things you normally donate to because of COVID, and a lot of fundraisers have been kind of dormant. This is a great one. It doesn't go to admin. Check them out. It goes directly to these heroes. It's a really important thing, and I've seen firsthand, what it actually does, and it's life changing. So, what's your future? I know you mentioned you're opening in Texas. What's the time frame on that?
So, Texas horses will be moved next month. They'll be sent over to Texas with their tack. The horses are already know the program, so we will be starting fairly soon. Probably by September, we'll be having heroes out there.
Oh, great.
Um, and we're opening in Wyoming. Our Wyoming program is a little different. That's going to be a week-long program. We are looking for sponsors for this as well, because we're going to pay for 3 heroes at a time. So it'll be a week long for 3 heroes, because you don't want to have too many people at one time
Mhm.
do this, because it's a really great experience. But if you have too many people, you just may not get the full benefit. So it'll be a nice, small, intimate group. They will go fly into Cody, Wyoming, where they'll
Mhm.
be picked up by our general manager out there running the Wyoming division. And
Wow.
they're going to go 5 days of riding out in these beautiful, amazing
Wow.
mountains in Wyoming. I was just there last weekend riding, and he was showing me where he'll be taking everyone. And we were up 7,500 feet. Oh, I,
Yeah,
I
that's
just can't
beautiful. I was up there
explain
last year. So people that
how
don't
good
know
it is.
Cody is right next to Yellowstone. It's only what, an hour
Yeah,
away or something like that?
I
Yeah.
so I Oh, and so they're gonna have the opportunity. They're gonna ride 5, 6 hours a day, and then at nighttime, they'll have a campfire. They're gonna just kinda unpack the day, and
Mhm.
it'll just be a really cool experience. So, that's gonna be much different than what we do here in San Diego and what we'll do in, Texas. But, I just, we can offer it, let's do it. That's how I
Okay,
see it.
great. Now, is the information on that available, or that's coming soon, or in the same
That
website? Is that where you
that will be coming to it will be on the same website. So that'll be coming here. It'll be on there pretty soon.
okay. And I mentioned website, but obviously social media and Facebook, I don't is it hard to find, or is it just search for Saddles and Service
Ab-
and
Yep, Saddles and Service on Facebook and Instagram, and our I think for our Twitter though it's Storm Suns Ranch because that was the name of the actual ranch. I don't know Twitter. I get a little bit confused with some of the social media
so do I.
stuff.
That's why I asked you, Tammy. I'm sorry. I'm no help here.
But yeah, so Instagram and Facebook is Saddles and Service.
Okay, great. Outstanding. And so once again, I've said it a couple times, but it's really important. If you look at for something to give, um, this is a really good organization to give to. Maybe you can go to the golf tournament. Maybe you can golf and have a bundle of fun out there, and maybe you can donate or sponsor, or you can just go to saddlesandservice.org and talk to Tammy. And I think you invite people out to look around too, right? Once you go out there, I think you're going to get a lot more people really jumping on board because it's like you said, it's one thing to hear about it, but it's another thing to actually see the eyes of the heroes that
Yes.
have been transformed. And the horses, you can read them better than I can, but I can read human beings, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
life changing.
And I'll just mention this on your show here. So we're thinking about possibly doing a little barbecue gala here at the ranch more in the fall. So we
Okay,
might have a little dinner then. And then people can come out to the ranch and see it and see the horses and meet some of the heroes.
awesome. And I had a writer interview you recently, and we're doing an article in our newspapers that are going out throughout San Diego next week. The 16th, they hit the home. So uh, read about those, and we'll be back on to push our listeners to go to the papers and read all about Tammy and the great things you and the team are doing out there. So
Well,
thank you, Tammy. Go ahead.
oh,
One more thing.
you. I was going to thank you because you're also our media sponsor for the tournament. And I want to
We
thank
are.
you so much. Like, I can't thank you enough for what you're doing
Well,
for
it's
us.
it's a labor of love. Let me say, I'm doing all I can, and hopefully it's enough. But it's a labor of love. I really believe in it, and we do get approached by a lot of nonprofits wanting to help with this and that, and we do what we can. But I've kind of put my heavier focus on this one and do everything we can. And we're distributing the movie with Michael. We're trying to get some showings around to show Wounded Heroes because you're kind of the entry star of that show, really. And so if they see that movie, by the way, go to woundedheroesdocumentary.com and you can download the movie. I think it's for $4 or something. He also has a program where you can sponsor a hero and actually pay that $4 ish and let a hero view the movie themselves without paying for it. So the movie was all self-funded. He didn't get, it's not like he made a bunch of money. It was a labor of love for him. He found a need and wanted to share the good things that you and the other folks in the movie are doing. But woundedheroesdocumentary.com and look for the Saddles and Service feature on there. You will be touched, and I don't think you'll forget about it. I think everyone should do that. Anyway, we got to go. Thanks so much for being here, Tammy. I want
Oh,
to sign off with thanking our sponsors as always, and the main one, Attorney King here at Attorney King Studios, Saquon Casinos and Resort, excuse me, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego, the gym, and IB Fitness, and Nikki Rotten's right downstairs from us, or right across the street from us. Check them out. It's an amazing sports bar. They're a new sponsor, and we want to support them also. So Tammy Oluvic and Saddles and Service. We will see you July 30th, hopefully before then, and I hope we can help with raising some funds for the event. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank
Okay.
you.
Ciao. Till next week. Bye-bye.